Yada, 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 yada. Streaming on Twitch. There needs to be a theme song or something. We have audio. We have audio. Excellent. All right. And Dementia Radio now. And recording in 3, 2, 1.
Recorded live on DementiaRadio.org, it's the Funny Music Podcast. Brought to you by...
You're not hearing anything because I forgot to switch my audio inputs back from when I interviewed Steve Goodie the other day. So let's do that again.
Yes.
That better?
Now I hear it.
There we go.
Recorded live on DementiaRadio.org, it's the Funny Music Podcast. Brought to you by FuMP.com, where you can download new free comedy songs twice a week. Now, here's your hosts, Devo Spice and the great Luke Ski.
Hey, Devo Spice!
Hey, Luke Ski!
We've got pre-recorded Steve Goodie.
We do have pre-recorded Steve Goodie coming up later in the show, and I never heard back from John Tobacco. I did invite him on the show this week, so he probably won't be joining us. I did send him the link, so maybe, we'll see. But welcome to episode 630 of the Funny Music Podcast for Thursday, July 14th. The title of this week's episode is A Quaint Fling, and I will put that into the chat so we can refer to it later. Yeah. So, this.
Let's get caught up with what Devo and Luke have been up to since last week. Or else Devo, if Luke bailed and didn't show up.
Hey, what?
Oh, he's right.
And before we get started, I just want to give a big shout out to Wildcard, who resubscribed on Twitch. It's 19 months in a row, so thank you, Wildcard.
Wait, so you have to resubscribe every month?
Apparently, yeah.
That's dumb.
Yes, it is.
But the word subscribe literally implies that it's a thing that you want to continue to get over and over again. You are subscribing to it. Why would you need to re-up every month?
It's possible because he subscribes using Amazon, so maybe just the Amazon stuff you have to redo every month.
Okay.
Or because I don't know. I don't know. But so what you been up to?
Well, when we last left me, I was just about to see Thor: Love and Thunder, which I did, and it was awesome, very hilarious, and great action, and yeah. So I, much like every other thing, in media, I completely ignore all, haters and it's like everyone is just looking to shoot down everything. Like, they only let certain people be like, oh, they're cool, now we hate you, now we're gonna find a reason to hate you. It's like, so it's like apparently Taika Waititi is at the point where it's like, now we're gonna turn it around and be like, we don't like your silly movies. It's like, you liked it up until 2 weeks ago. What is your problem? So whatever. Thor: Love and Thunder is awesome. I don't care what anyone says.
Somebody was talking about that on Reddit today, actually, that there's people are getting what they're calling superhero fatigue because, everything kind of peaked around Avengers Endgame, and people are like, all right, it's over, and then there's more, and there's more, and there's more, and it's like some segment of the population is kind of done with it. I'm not. I'm still enjoying the hell out of this. But
oh my god, have you seen the finale of Ms. Marvel?
Not yet. No, I think I've seen the first 3 episodes.
Ms. Marvel is so good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the hell out of Ms. Marvel. I'm loving it.
So yeah. Other than that, let's see. I went to see at least the first part of another taping of a Night Court episode, which is cool. But then I left to go meet up with somebody and have dinner. And then after that, we went to see Minions: The Rise of Gru, which was my second time seeing it. So, and again, it's like people are so shocked that Minions: The Rise of Gru did so well. It's like, yeah, maybe because I don't know, Despicable Me is a really high quality and hilarious franchise that millions of people love. Big shocker. It's like again, the knee jerk hatred of things that people don't even get like no. Have you heard about the whole situation called Gentle Minions?
No.
So a bunch of, I think, primarily like younger people, like Gen Zs and such, have all they all invented a meme like, hey, let's get dressed up in like our finest tuxedo prom like elegant attire and all go see Minions: The Rise of Gru.
Oh, you were talking about that on your podcast. I didn't know that had a name. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a hashtag Gentle Minions. It's to the point where theaters have been like turning those groups away, and it's like, why are you turning them away? What are they doing? You think they got dressed up in like full-on prom gear to like wreck up the place and ruin their outfits? I just don't get So anyway,
I wonder if there were kids on my son's swim team who were talking about going to see Minions, and I thought that was a little odd for late teenage kids to be interested in seeing Minions, but maybe they did that. I'll have to ask Darren.
See, that's the thing. It's like people think that because like this and the previous one, it's like, oh, Minions. It's like it's not like they've taken the Despicable Me humor and like toned it down for preschoolers. It's not like you're watching Nick Jr. or something. It's the same humor. They're just concentrating on these characters instead of Gru or whatever. And in this movie, it's even better because you have the Minions, the main ones, and then you also have Gru as a kid. He's like 11 years old now. It's great. It's such a great. It's the 5th movie of an epic franchise, and people are shocked at like, oh, why do people like this? Because it's funny. Because it's high quality. So anyway, on Saturday night, I went out and caught Kyle and Lindsay perform at the Corbin Bowl, which is a venue they performed at once before, and they got invited back again, and it was a lot of fun. It was there was another group there performing. There was stand-ups, and then there were 2 music groups. One was Kyle. The other one was a duo called Pengwich, as in like P-E-N-G like penguin, and then W-I-C-H like sandwich. So it's Pengwich. And they really weren't a comedy music act, but they had good music, and they were a cool, duo and everything. So after the show ended, I went and talked to. I brought up to Kyle, I'm like, do you think they'd want to have me perform in a future show? And he's like, yeah, I think they would. Let me bring you over to talk to them. So I've set it up. In August, I'm going to be visiting my family during their next show. They do this thing monthly. So it is, let me look, Friday, September 9th is the date I am very likely going to be performing like a half-hour set at this comedy, stand-up and comedy music show at the Corbin Bowl. So
cool. Nice.
I'll update people on that once I have more details and it gets to be a lot closer. So that's interesting. Let's see. I recorded an episode with Kyle with this podcast called the KRT Podcast, which is general pop culture-y type, similar to Escape from Walt Disney type of, stuff, finding weird things in pop culture review. And they reviewed this movie I had never heard of called Reanimated, which apparently was the precursor to a series that Cartoon Network did in the mid-2000s called Out of Jimmy's Head, because there was this period of time in the mid-2000s when Cartoon Network was trying to make live-action material for the network. Yeah. And it was a huge disaster.
Yes, I remember that, yes.
Yeah, so I had never heard of this movie or seen any of this before, so we watched it, and, there are some silver lining-y things that I could say, like, oh, well, I like this and that about it, but overall it's this gigantic train wreck, like, ugh. Yeah, so, and this was also, during the same couple of days, I watched the movie Man of the House on Disney Plus, which is a 90s comedy film with Chevy Chase and Jonathan Taylor Thomas, because I knew that it was about to be reviewed on Escape from Walt Disney, and oh man, this Man of the House starring Chevy Chase and Jonathan Taylor Thomas might be like my most hated movie of all time. I hated this movie so much. Like to the point where like my most hated movie of all time has been the movie called Muriel's Wedding, which is an Australian comedy that came out in sometime in the mid 90s, but it's really obscure, so not everyone has seen it.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one. Although I think you've mentioned it in the past, but yeah.
Yeah. And it's like I would have to rewatch Muriel's Wedding in order to decide whether or not I hate Man of the House more than Muriel's Wedding, but it's like I don't know if I really want to make that effort to have to watch Muriel's Wedding again to make that distinction. But it's like with Man of the House, it's like you have Chevy Chase in the mid-'90s when he's still young enough and spry enough to potentially do things and be funny, because Chevy Chase made a crap ton of hilarious movies, from the mid-'80s to the early 90s. So it was just such a, shocking as hell disappointment to see Chevy Chase just stand there and basically do nothing for 90 minutes. It's like, take any given episode of the show Community that he was on, like any half-hour episode of Community, he put more effort into that episode of Community than he did into this entire movie, where he was the leading adult character. So,
yeah,
anyway.
I listened to Tony's podcast about about that movie, and that sounds like a movie I have no interest in watching.
Yeah.
Basically,
and for good reason. So, basically, I kind of typed up, or I messaged Tony on Skype talking about it, and I think I want to record myself saying what I said to him so that he could put it in a future episode, even as an outtake or whatever. By the way, here's Luke chiming in with his opinion, because it's so rare that I would hate something this much that I want to share it with the Escape from Walt Disney fan base. It's by the way, I hated this movie too. Anyway. So, yeah, other than that, just been working, trying to psych myself up to work on my animatic, which is a whole other kettle of therapy. Should mention, well, this is more of I'll save that for plugs in the middle of the show. So, anyway, what have you been up to, Devo Spice?
well, first of all, did you see the new trailer for the new Beavis and Butthead?
No, I didn't know there was one.
I didn't either until I was getting ready for this show just a couple hours ago, and I went on YouTube to see if either of the artists had posted videos for the songs, and I downloaded the song for It's Him, It's Him, It's Him, and in my suggested reels was a new trailer posted 5 hours before for Mike Judge's Beavis and Butthead, new series coming to Paramount Plus. And considering what they did with the movie, I'm excited.
See, here's what I'm curious about. It's this is kind of spoilers for the movie, but it's not like it's the kind of thing where knowing this is going to ruin the movie for you. So basically, the movie takes Teenage Beavis and Butthead from what was the year, 1998 or whatever,
98,
and through their sci-fi adventure, they are now living in 2022,
right?
But they're the same age.
Yep.
And in the beginning of the movie, you see Van Driesen and Daria and other characters and stuff. So I assume that it makes me wonder, on the show, are we going to see those characters aged up or whatever?
Well, they show Mr. Van Driesen in the trailers, and he looks the same. So I'm not sure what they're doing. It's possible this new series takes place before the movie, and they're still in 1998, or it's possible Mr. Van Driesen is a lizard person who doesn't age. We'll see. We'll find out.
So, well, cool. In any case, I want to see it because it's friggin' Beavis and Butthead, one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah, and I'm really hoping they do music videos commentary, because that was one of my favorite things ever.
It was just as important as the cartoons to me. Was their commentary on videos and stuff. In fact, somebody on the Dr. Domino Facebook group had been posting links to various Star Trek themed comedy songs, and he posted What's Up Spock and had some information about me, which I assumed he copied from Wikipedia or whatever. So I inserted some corrections. He said the song What's Up Doc, the original, was by Shaquille O'Neal, which is not correct entirely. And so I said it's by FuMPCast featuring Shaquille O'Neal. So I went to find the music video, and instead I found the clip of Beavis and Butthead watching that video. I'm I'm going to post this instead because it's so great. It's they'll get the picture, whatever.
I don't know that I've ever seen that one. I'll have to watch. I have to look that up.
Yeah. Oh man.
So anyway, what I've actually been up to, I've been getting ready for my show tomorrow night. This guy who goes by the name Scruff has been booking me on and off over the past decade or so, I guess, here in New Jersey, just at local shows that he puts on. And I think the last time I performed at a show he put on was a few years ago when he did a show which he called his Quinceañera, which was the 15th anniversary of him growing a beard. So that was a fun show. And now, he turned 40 yesterday, so he put together a show for his 40th birthday, and his band is going to be playing, and he got me on the show, and a couple other of his friends' bands are going to be performing. So he actually requested a whole bunch of songs from my set, including Getting Old Sucks, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll be happy to play that for you. So I rehearsed last night, got through everything. And the show's tomorrow night, and I'm pretty much going to have to, pack up and leave right after work tomorrow evening. So, looking forward to performing again. It's been a few months since I've done a show. And the other thing is, we're having a graduation party on Saturday for Connor, who graduated high school, and Jeremy, who graduated middle school. And the house is still a wreck from us working on the kitchen floor. So this is going to be fun because I can't help Jen. I've been I realized yesterday, I'm going to be of no help to you because, last night we had a swim meet and then I had to rehearse. Tonight we had swim practice and then I got the FuMPCast. Tomorrow night I have the show. Saturday morning I have another swim meet. I have to take Darren down to Rutgers for a swim meet. And Saturday afternoon is the party. So I'm booked. So I don't know. It's going to be fun. People are just going to be stepping over piles of unused tile, I guess. But it'll be fine. There'll be food. That's all that matters. It'll be fine.
Stepping over piles of unused tiles.
So yeah, that's about all I have. So let's get into the music for this week. Just going in order because why not? We're starting it off with a new artist who goes by the name John Tobacco with a song called It's Him, It's Him, It's Him.
It's him, it's him, he's out of his mind, he's not making sense, and he makes the dog cry. Well, it's him, he won't tell us why, he's keeping us up, and our phone lines are tied. Well, it's him, it's him, it's him. Yeah, it's him. Help me end his ways. Lock him in a cradle rig on the moon. If we don't, our kids will pay, and the future won't be any fun. Well, it's him, he's noxious and rude, he's got a disease, and he's stealing our food. Well, it's him, I wish he would croak. He's leaving the lights on, and that's why we're broke. Well, it's him, it's him, it's him. Good God, it's him.
So the interesting thing about this song is when it first came through the FuMP, it was posted under the artist's name Gearhead Freaks. And I don't know whether that's his band or an alter ego or what, but when he went to post the song, he said, hey, can you just make it John Tobacco? So I don't know what the story is behind that, but okay. And he has another song pending right now. So maybe we'll get more from him.
I was wondering if the subject of the song is the character him from Powerpuff Girls.
Possibly. Doubt it, but possibly.
Because that's the thing. Do you know the character I'm talking about?
No, it's been too
Girls?
long since I've watched Powerpuff Girls.
Okay. There's a character on Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, wait. Is that the devil dude?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay.
It's like, he looks like a red kind of, I am the devil kind of devil, but he's wearing a Santa Claus kind of outfit, and, he has, lobster claws are his hands. So my assumption is that the original name of that character was Satan Claus.
Probably, yeah.
Like like a play on Santa Claus. He's a bad guy, Satan Claus, and then Cartoon Network back in whatever the 90s or whatever it was like, no, BS&P won't let you call this character Satan Claus. It's like, all right, we're just going to call that character him. And so now for 30 years, this character is just known as him with no alteration to the character design. That's my theory.
It's a good one. I'd put money on that. So anyway,
yeah.
You can find John Tobacco at johntobacco.net. So let's do some news.
Bartleby Records presents the 35th album of Nutty Crap from Steve Goodie. That's right, top 10 songs that Steve has come up with since his last CD, plus 6 more, has all your favorites.
We gotta make some Russians turn around and leave, so we're keeping Putin up at night. Go back to the USSR.
Holy Moses, there's holes in my clothes. I'm showing so much skin. I'm practically a Kardashian.
My neighbor's wiener dog yaps all night long, so to keep from killing him, I wrote him a song. Yo.
It's available now at www.stevegoodie.com.
Coffee cups, Slurpee cups, Dr. Pepper, 7-Up, mascara, lipstick, eyeliner, cover-up, glitter, 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 glitter.
I was enjoying the song, and then it got to the bridge, which became complicated and loud, and now I don't understand what's going on anymore.
The official release date is July 15th, but if you order your copy today, you'll get the download version immediately and the physical disc in 3 weeks with free shipping. Wow!
Welcome to the Bachelorette party capital of the world, Nashville, Tennessee.
Go back to the USSR.
That's right. Order your copy of Top 10 Songs that Steve has come up with since his last CD, plus 6 more, today at www.stevegoodie.com and get the shipping for free. Operators are standing by.
Time for funny music news. Something, something, something.
In the news, it's a slow week. All I have is a bit of good news as Psychosticks music is back on Spotify.
Yay!
Word is they had to rebrand themselves as Metal. So I imagine...
What a leap!
I imagine the comedy drama that's going on behind the scenes at Spotify is still going on, and this is probably going to be an ongoing thing. And I don't know what's going to happen if the FuMP CDs get taken down, because I guess we could rebrand them as pop rock, but they're compilation CDs with there's 20 songs and there's usually like 17 different genres on the album, so I don't know. But we'll deal with that when the time comes if we have to.
Could we recategorize them as podcast?
No, because that's spoken word. And they take that down too, I would imagine.
A long time ago on my Wikipedia page, which, I have no control over what's on there, somebody kept listing me as a folk musician. and somebody I knew who, did edit Wikipedia kept going in. I'd say, could somebody remove that, please? And they'd remove it. And then somebody kept putting it back in. And then someone told me, well, you have to have all these cited sources in order for, Wikipedia to consider it factual information. So I just went to thegreatlooksky.com and created a page to put there permanently that said, to the folks at Wikipedia, I am not a folk musician, I am a comedy musician, and then gave them that link. And ever since then, it has stayed that I am not a, folk musician is not on my description. So it's like, thank you. So, I wish I did have the ability to edit my own Wikipedia page. Because, I'm not going to put anything that isn't true up there, but, there's just a lot of stuff on there that's like somebody listed a whole bunch of those old, fan club, CDRs that I made as albums, and it's like, well, that isn't exactly the way I wanted those categorized. So,
yeah,
whatever. Anyway, plus it's more legit if other people have done it,
Yeah.
So it's kind of meant to prove that I'm important enough that other people are keeping track of my info and not me micromanaging it. So, anyway.
All right. So, anything else before tour dates?
Just, kind of related to the overall bubble family that we are. Season 3 of Solar Opposites has dropped on Hulu. I forgot how many episodes it is, 10 at least. And this time around on season 3, Lindsay Carrozza, aka Linzilla, she is listed as one of the 2 art directors of the show. So, yay,
Nice.
Lindsay!
Congratulations, Lindsay.
So yeah, so go check it out. I binged the entire season in one night because I could, and it's great. So highly recommended.
Cool. All right, tour dates. On Sundays in Nashville, Tennessee, Steve Goodie. On Thursdays online, Phil Johnson, A Roadside Attraction. Also on Thursdays online, Steve Goodie and Brad Tassel, because Thursday night is the comedy music night. That's the official comedy music night. On the 15th in Milpitas, California, Phil Johnson, A Roadside Attraction. On the 15th in Old Bridge, New Jersey, Devo Spice. The 15th through the 17th in Appleton, Wisconsin, Mikey Mason. The 16th in Los Banos, California, Phil Johnson, A Roadside Attraction. The 17th in Washington Crossing, Pennsylvania, Larry Tritel. The 22nd in Lebanon, Tennessee, Nuclear Bubble Wrap. The 22nd in Morristown, New Jersey, Carla Ulbrich. The 23rd in Livermore, California, Phil Johnson, A Roadside Attraction. And hasn't even officially been announced yet, but on the 23rd in Queens, New York, Devo Spice. I've been invited back to Rob Paravonian's show at QED Astoria. And yeah, so I have no details yet other than it will be on the 23rd. I don't know who else is performing that night. I don't know what time things start or anything. But I will find out. I will post it on my website for those of you who are in the Queens area. Alrighty, second song this week is a song from Steve Goodie's new album, the top 10 songs that Steve Goodie came up with since the last one, plus 6 more, whatever the hell it's called. That's a great title. This is I'll Hold Your Hair While You Hurl by Steve Goodie.
Welcome to the Bachelorette Party capital of the world, Nashville, Tennessee. Home of the Pedal Tavern, ladies.
So you're out with the girls, working up a sweat, pedaling and drinking like good bachelorettes, wooing and screaming with the penis hat on, but inside you're sad, thinking this is all wrong. Maybe you're not sure about your fiancé, you're having jitters and doubts. Maybe he's not so hot, and this is how you work it out. Well, it's simple. It'll come down to 8 little words. Will he hold your hair while you hurl? Darling, will he hold your hair when you've had too much? Will he hold your hair while you yak it all up? I don't know a lot, but if you'd be my girl, baby, I'll hold your hair while you hurl. Yes, I will. Is he the one? How can you be sure? When you've had 3 too many and the world is a blur, you've been mixing tequila with Budweiser, and this here Pedal Tavern is a damn tilt-a-whirl. Sure, he's got a job and a real big truck. Oh, he knows how to fish and he knows how to clean a fish. But will he whisper those 8 little words? Baby, I'll hold your hair while you hurl. No, darling, I'll hold your hair. When you've had too much, you drank it all down. Now you yak it all up. 'Cause you do the same if our roles were reversed. And before you ask me, no, I won't hold your purse, but I'll kneel with you at the bowl when you're my girl, and I'll hold your hair while you hurl. Yeah, darling, while you hurl. Get it all up. While you hurl. Better out than in. Yeah, baby.
I'm here with Steve Goodie, who is looking for things.
Yes, I was looking for the record button with you.
That's what. I found it. It's right here. It's
like, I have no idea where it went.
Right there. Right there. Yeah.
Where you left it.
Right where I left it. So you posted a song.
I did.
Tell us all about it.
Well, yeah, normally a song takes days or weeks or months to gestate and be rewritten and then shoved around and fixed and everything. This one took 10 minutes.
10 minutes, huh?
Yeah.
That long, huh?
Yeah. Sometimes they just fall out. Because I live in Nashville and the Pedal Tavern is such a thing. And Bachelorette, it really is the Bachelorette capital of the world. I believe we are number one for Bachelorette parties, which is nothing to be proud of. It's
lots of penis hats and
oh my God. I haven't been downtown. The only time I've been downtown in the past 2 years was for protests.
Okay.
People protest this or protest that. And I won't touch it anymore. It's crazy.
No penis hats at the protests.
Fewer. Yes.
Okay.
One of them was for abortion rights. So there might have been a penis hat or two. I just didn't notice.
I think that might help, actually, if there were penis hats at the protests.
Possibly. I felt like a bit of a penis hat. So that's good. I don't even know what I mean by that. So, yeah, they're loud and obnoxious. And sometimes ladies who are in bachelorette parties earlier in the evening come to the Bluebird Cafe a little later in the evening to enjoy some music. And, man, that's a shift for them that some of them can't make. Because from being the loudest they've ever been in their lives to being required to be completely silent.
I can imagine that doesn't go well.
It's funny later. It's not fun at the time.
Yes.
So that required a song. So that's what I did.
So yes, what was the title? Holding back. I'll hold your hair back.
I'll hold your hair while you hurl.
I'll hold your hair while you hurl. Yes.
The alliteration appealed to me as well. I think that's why I went for it in 10 minutes.
You don't see a lot of alliteration with the letter H.
No, because it's not a hard consonant.
Yeah.
Ironically, that makes it harder.
Which also begins with H.
Right, and we're back to penis hats.
Penis hats. I'm stuck on the penis hats. That's an actual thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never been to a bachelorette party, so I wouldn't know. But
I haven't either. But I seem to live in one. I don't understand.
Do they ever bring the whole bachelorette party to the Bluebird?
Yeah.
Penis hats and all?
Yep. Not too often, but it does happen.
Nice.
The other night we had just a bride. She was, and her wedding's not for about a month, but she was wearing her veil. That's how we knew she was a bride. She wanted the whole. No, she's engaged. I don't know how long she's been wearing this veil, but it's been for a while, and she will continue to wear it every day until August 20th or something. So that was exciting. We had fun with her.
That sounds wonderful. So when did you write the 10 minutes it took to put this song together? Did you write it while you were at the Bluebird hosting and you were like, I need to write a song about that, and just jotted it down on a napkin or something? Or
I don't remember. I'm sure I did it in my phone. That's where I've been writing most lyrics. Unless I'm right in front of my computer at the moment, the phone is where ideas get jotted down.
Do you dictate or do you type?
Some of each.
Okay.
And of course, when you dictate, then you have to go back through and type everything again because it gets most of it wrong. But to capture an idea quickly, then there's nothing like having the voice. I can't remember exactly. I think I may have been out back while people were singing, and I just jotted down some ideas and then came back out. I go in and out. People sing, then I have to go introduce the next person, then I come back outside, and then they sing, and then when they're done, I have a baby monitor, and I listen to the show through the baby monitor. Because you and I are still the two COVID paranoid people in the whole world, so I won't stand there any longer than I have to.
I think it's amusing you're using something as low tech as a baby monitor.
Everybody who works there says that's the most genius thing. The Bluebird's been there for 40 years. It has never occurred to anybody because the staff goes out back on their breaks, but they can't tell how long they've been out there, or if a songwriter who's wrapping up the show has wrapped up the show and they need to get back out. They have no idea what's going on, and I spent $20 at Target, and I'm everybody's hero. I thought of other ways to do it. Obviously, they have a soundboard, and you could be run out there, but you'd have to run wires and such. And there's not even
feet outside. It'll sound better. But the baby monitor is a great idea.
It's battery powered. I take it home every time and recharge it. I leave the baby end of it at the Bluebird, and it's plugged in, so it doesn't need to be recharged. The parent part of it is the part I cart back and forth.
Is it just the audio one, or do you use a video one?
Just $20. For $20, you think I'm getting video?
You might. You never know. But it's been a long time since I've used a baby monitor because my kids are older now. So I don't really know what they go for these days.
Oh, so you probably still have one that you're not using.
I'm sure I still have one in a bag, in a box somewhere, with my old, Walkman and all the old technology I have lying around.
They're just the right amount of tech. They're still off the grid. They can't be, nothing can be hacked or anything. Mm-hmm. But it's wireless and battery powered, so you can have it anywhere, and it'll last about 2 hours.
That's perfect.
That's what I need. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm so glad that we started talking about penis hats and now we're talking about baby monitors. Only on the FuMPCast, my friend.
Only on the FuMPCast. Yeah, well, one does tend to lead to the other, so.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what else to ask you about this song. I dug it.
I think we've covered it.
Yeah, I think we've covered it too. So you have a new album out.
I do.
Is this on it?
It is.
Awesome.
Yes, and it officially comes out on Friday, but I got the copies of it today. Actually, hang on a second.
Uh-oh. World premiere cover.
Physical copies. It's quite exciting. In case you don't know the title already. There you go. People have told me they really think that's the cleverest title they've ever heard of an album.
It really is a very good album title. It really is. I'm surprised nobody's come up with it before.
It seems like such a couldn't think of anything.
It's like that Paul and Storm shirt that they sell that just says shirt on it. They said that is their greatest selling piece of merchandise ever.
When I was in the Duo actual size, we had little buttons printed up with the words actual size in the smallest print we could possibly get. So people have to really squint to get in and see what it says. We enjoy that as well.
Nice.
But that's the past. This is the present. This is what's going on now.
So
get your copy.
How can people get one of those?
Oh, the best way is at stevegoodie.com. That number again, stevegoodie.com. Or you can come to the Bluebird, where I will be selling them like crazy in the parking lot. Or you can come to Edinburgh, where I will be from August 4th through the 13th doing the Halloween show, but I'll bring some of these. Oh, you bet I will. So that'll be great. Awesome. And I'll be in the Chicago area doing a couple of shows with our friend Patty Vasquez at Tata's and at Whiskey Acres, I believe are the two clubs, and maybe another one, I'm not sure. The third week of August. So I think it's the 16th and 17th, if I'm not mistaken, and maybe the 18th also.
When is the Fringe Festival?
It runs the whole month of August.
Okay.
We're performing the 5th through the 13th. We decided that's enough Halloween for anybody. 9 shows.
Cool. Well, that's gonna be awesome.
I hope so. If they don't shut it down again. For some reason, they canceled it the past 2 years. I can't remember why. But something happened, and they decided not to do it.
Things are weird, All right. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Best of luck with the new album.
Thanks. You may go back to panicking about absolutely everything.
I will do that now. I will do the.
We get to see it. I've only heard about it. I've never actually seen it. That was that's a Kermit flail in real life when there's so much going on. I felt that.
That's what
Kermit never really made me feel it. I felt that.
All right, man. Catch you next time.
Thank you very much.
Making the internet absolutely ridiculous. Dementia Radio.
www.dementiaradio.org. Port 8027.
Please hang up and try again.
This is the part where there's feedback. Feedback. You know that segment of the show we do about now? Feedback. Feedback.
Alvarant wrote, the Mikey Mason song Luke Ski was blanking on was Too Fat to Troop about Porkins from Star Wars.
And I actually remembered that when I was in line getting my snacks at Thor. I'm like, Too Fat to Troop! That's what it was!
I think John just tried to join us, but he jumped off again.
Yes.
So I'm not sure what's happening, but we can give him a minute and see if he wants to come on and talk.
Yeah, he was there for just the quaint fling.
He was. Where's that damn button? Cubert, kitty.
And now it's time for Cubert Talk, where we talk to Cubert. Hi, Cubert. Hi, how you doing? He's a good boy. He likes to wait until about 5:30 in the morning to decide it's time to play.
Of course he does.
And when I don't react fast enough, that's when, where is it? Things like this start happening.
Yikes. Yeah.
And let's see, that one there, just like, he'll start with the headbutts like, but, and then if I don't react because I'm too deep asleep, that's when it becomes chomp. Oh, chomp. Oh, I gotta go. Oh, I gotta go.
Yeah, Bodhi likes to wake me up in the morning by just standing on the foot of the bed and staring at me and like whining and moaning just soft enough to wake me up. And it's like,
Here, this can be the cover of my next album. Help me! Get him away from me! Ah!
yeah, he looks terrified.
Oh, you're fine.
Terrified kitty. Cupid the terrified kitty. So I guess he's not joining us, but
okay. Oh well, you know, assuming more songs of his end up on the show, he can be on a future show.
He can.
Yeah.
All right.
Teasing. He's a teasing kind of guy. Now you have a job.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's song is by a new artist. And Tuesday's song is by Jeff Whitmire.
Yahoo!
And I need a playlist topic. Give me a topic.
Insecurity.
Wow, you're gonna make me work for this, aren't you?
No, I'll think of something simpler.
I mean, I could do cats. I know I've done that in the past, but let me see, when was the last time I did cats?
Or in honor of solar opposites, you could do space aliens.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that. All right, so.
And there is one solar opposite song. I don't know if it's on Spotify, but it was a Christmas song called "What the Fuck Is Christmas."
Yes.
that Corvo sings. Corvo's my favorite character on the show.
Yes, I played that on Manic Mondays. All right, I'll see if that's on Spotify. All right, so songs about aliens. You did one about Men in Black. What was that called?
Yeah.
Was that just called Men in Black?
Men in Black, Klaatu Barada Nikto.
That's probably not on Spotify because you don't have your whole catalog up there yet.
Snap, that's right.
There's that dude UFO Phil. I'll see if he's on Spotify. I know Aliens Really Stink is his big hit. Let's go to the chat. Blacksmith says The Toys, Waiting for the Aliens. I vaguely remember that. Dead by 28. It Came from Outer Space. Cool. I don't think I've heard that one, but I love Dead by 28. All right, I know.
Let's see.
I know Dr. Demento has done aliens in the past, so aliens and UFOs. Let's see what he's played.
One Night in Quark's Bar, if that counts.
Yeah, if it's on Spotify. Oh, yeah, that's on the FuMP, right?
Yeah, I'm looking at my FuMP playlist here. So, because I know I have tons of, pop culture related songs that have to do with characters who are technically aliens. So, It Takes Who. I mean, you have like 100 songs about Doctor Who.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so Dr. Demento did a Outer Space and Aliens playlist earlier this year. So let's see what we got.
Spock Star.
Alien in My Nose by Trout Fishing in America. That's neat. I don't think I've heard that one.
Garman said Knock You Out. See, it's like...
Flying Creatures from Outer Space.
Yeah.
Butt Kickers from Outer Space. Mean Green Mother from Outer Space. You Can't Drink Beer in Outer Space.
See, this gives me kind of like almost a philosophical sci-fi fan question.
Martian hop.
Like, like take any of the species from Star Wars that aren't quote-unquote human. Do they count as aliens in a universe where Earth does not exist?
Yeah, really. And where do the humans come from?
Yeah.
The Little Blue Man. Every time I hear that song, I think of Tony's edit where he bleeped it. Dear God, I don't think I ever laughed so hard in my life.
She's Kara Zor-El because, she's Kryptonian. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, that's enough. That should be good.
All right.
And if some of these aren't on Spotify, I will find others.
Is that Solar Opposite song on there?
I don't know. I'll check.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, John Tobacco is at johntobacco.net. Steve Goodie is at stevegoodie.com. I'll be performing in... the hell's the name of that town? Old Bridge, New Jersey tomorrow, and Queens next Saturday. And that's it. You got anything to plug?
Nope. Just whatever that date I said was September 9th, I'll be doing a show at the Corbin Bowl here in the Valley. More details on that when it gets to be much closer.
All right. Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. I'm Devo Spice.
I'm Luke Ski.
And John Tobacco was here very, very briefly.
Thank you for listening to the Funny Music Podcast. You can listen live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific at DementiaRadio.org and join us in the chat. Or subscribe to the podcast feed. Look us up on iTunes and be sure to leave us a review. Feedback for the show can be sent to info@thefump.com. The Funny Music Podcast is a production of FIDM Interactive, LLC, released under a Creative Commons share-alike license. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, shout it to random people on the street, and be sure to visit thefump.com for the latest funny songs. Tune in next week where you'll hear Luke Ski say,
"Oh shit, piss cakes of a dick. Oh shit, fuck. Oh for the ding of fuck nuts."